Hey everybody, welcome back to another film of the week. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. We're off to the theater once again. We're actually going to go see Poor Things, so by the time that this film of the week is out, that review should already be out. So hope you guys are enjoying that review, and hopefully I enjoyed the film. So seeing as we are crawling to the end of the year, it's still technically being the holiday season, even though all the holidays are pretty much done and over with. I figured just do one more holiday themed film before we go back to just kind of, random picks. I know that's technically what Blind Tuesdays are, but I'm just, you know how it is on this channel. I just kind of do things, and, Blind Tuesdays is more random than I would say Film of the Week is. Film of the Week is more just like just farting around and just watching something sort of thing. But just to I don't know where I was going with that, but basically, I figured to do one more Christmas themed film, and this one I have more opinions on of what came after it versus the actual original piece. That, of course, we're talking about is Home Alone, which was directed by Chris Columbus, who would go off to do some of the Harry Potter films. I believe the first two Harry Potter films, I believe. Starring Macaulay Culkin as a kid. I forgot the name of the kid, forgive me. But he is left home alone, as you guessed by the title. His family goes on Christmas vacation, and he's left by himself and two criminals. One of them played by Joe Pesci. I forgot the other guy's name. But they try to break into this boy's house, and the boy takes it upon himself to protect his home by creating a bunch of things. Bunch of like equipment and traps, and also learning a lot about family and about being there for your family, especially at the holiday season. To say that it's vague, I think would be pretty definite, because I think what many people remember of Home Alone is what happens in the last 30 or so minutes, because majority of the film, I would say, at least the first one, I say it's pretty disposable, because I can't remember much about the first two acts besides the boy, like the shave or the aftershave moment, like something like that, like little nitpicks, little bits here and there that I can remember, but nothing. I can't remember a whole scene from those first two acts. I guess the Kevin moment when when the wife or the mother is when she shouts Kevin on the plane, but I don't remember anything more than a few bits there and there. What I remember very solidly about the film, though, is what happens in those last 30 minutes when all those traps and stuff start coming into play. That's when it becomes more noteworthy. And my memory actually has more of my memory is with the sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, I believe. Yeah. It plays basically the same structure, but maybe it has to do more of how it utilizes its setting, because the first film is just, a boy home alone. With the sequel, there's the added idea that, he's stranded, in a different city entirely. I think that there's more value to be found in the sequel than in the original film, because I think the original film just plays it much too vague and much too on the surface, just shallow. With the sequel, it kind of attempts to give it a little bit more flavor, even if it again kind of basically plays the same beats. I mean, the last 30 minutes are again just a bunch of traps and all that other stuff, and kind of similar in traps as well, similar scenarios and stuff like that. But I think better than the original, though. I think there's just something about the sequel that just kind of hits a little bit more for me than this one does. Because with this one, I just feel that shallow nature that these movies possess, I feel is too dominant in this. Whereas the sequel, I think it has to do with the setting. Just I think makes for more entertainment and makes for a little bit more engagement. Because I can't remember much about the first two acts. I just only remember what happens at the end, like those last 30-40 minutes with Joe Pesci getting his head caught on fire. I believe it's Lloyd, the other character, like the other character's name, Lloyd. Or am I thinking of Dumb and Dumber? I don't know. But I remember the other guy when he got his foot through the nail, and stepping on those like ornaments and stuff like that. The spider, which I actually learned was a genuine reaction from the guy. A lot of what I think people remember of Home Alone, and I think more to why Home Alone is kind of developed into a cult classic, I think stems from a lot of what happens at the end, and people just disregard what happens at the beginning, and think that the movie was always just those 30 minutes, and it wasn't. It was a lot of the kid just moving around and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure there was encounters with Joe Pesci and the other guys, but it wasn't as as interesting. Even it's weird. The sequel, I think, just somehow does the same, because it does the same beats, but it does it better. I just don't know what it is. I think some people share the same sentiment, because I've heard some people like the sequel better. But it's vanilla. But it gets a little bit of flavor, a little bit of variety of flavor towards the end with those traps and stuff like that. But it's pretty bare bones, pretty shallow, and mostly forgettable. So it's those 30 minutes that do kind of bring some enjoyment out, and some laughs and giggles and stuff like that. But for a large portion of the time, I just found myself just pretty tuned out, or at least just completely disregarding all the other stuff that happened. So, but yeah, so those are my thoughts on Home Alone. I only remember the traps. That's it. I don't remember like all the other crap that happened with like the messages and stuff like that. It just wasn't that interesting to me. Not until we got to the sequel did it get interesting. So I don't know. It's a strange thing with Home Alone. I think the sequel was better, but I also see that the sequel is like pretty much beat for beat the first film. So, but it just does things better than the original attempt, I guess you could say it was. So, but you guys, what are your thoughts on Home Alone? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Do you guys think like I do, where you just only remember the first 30 minutes and then you kind of think that that's the whole movie? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until then, I will catch you guys in the next video.